the Shadowfell, the Realm of Shadows, the Upside Down, whatever you may call it, this otherworldly dark reflection of the material plane is a very interesting and cool place to take our D&D games. Kobold Press had a Kickstarter about a year ago, and the book finally launched, the Book of Ebon Tides, which takes us into their version of the Shadow Realm. And it's a really interesting, cool book that I think has been long coming for the Kobold Press setting. Along with it, they had released another book, which is a supplement of adventures called Tales from the Shadows. And I want to take a look at both of these books today, but not just the books themselves, but how we can use them and tie into a previous video I did on campaign management in Foundry VTT. So let's get into it. Hello everybody, I'm Joe, and this is the DM Toolbox, your go-to place to get all the tools you need to enhance your D&D games. Now, as always, before we get started, if you like what I'm doing, if you like the channel, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you hit the like button, helps me out, we're growing this channel. I know we just did some giveaways, hopefully I got some more coming here real soon, and I just want to keep it going for you guys. Also, make sure you follow me over on Twitter at Toolbox_DM, and on TikTok at DM Toolbox. I'm doing some more short videos and things over there as well. Okay, so let's talk about the Shadowfell or the Realm of Shadows or whatever you want to call it. I'm even wearing my Hellfire Club shirt today since, you know, the Upside Down, right? It's all very similar. It's this dark reflection of the material plane. And in Kobold Press's setting, it is a very key integral part, and I was very, very excited when they decided to release this book and explore the Shadow Realm a little bit more with some more depth. Now, they've had some adventures like Courts of the Shadow Fae and things like that, which dove in there, and they are just so interesting and so cool. So I highly recommend you check out anything from Kobold Press related to the Realm of Shadows. But let's take a look. I have a copy of the physical book here. This is my limited edition cover of the Book of Ebon Tides. Beautiful limited edition cover. I don't have the standard cover yet. I'll probably pick that up at some point because I like this one to be my kind of pretty one that sits on the shelf and looks nice. But it is a very cool book. There's been some other reviews out there on it already. But, you know, just fantastic maps, locations, information. This book is chock full of awesome stuff. If you're interested in the book itself, at least with this limited edition cover, you know, it does have a purple ribbon mark, and it has the sewn-in bindings on the top and bottom. So it's a very well-made, very nice quality book, which quite honestly has just become standard fare for me when it comes to Kobold Press. Their books are always top quality from, you know, just a physical point of view, you know, as far as their build quality. It never lacks, it never disappoints. So definitely, if you're into the physical copies, well worth picking up. The other one we have here is the Tales from the Shadow, which is basically a bunch of adventures to play in the Shadow Realm, complete with maps and all sorts of just excellent stuff. All sorts of great information in here. So really, really cool book. And we're going to look at this some more. I just wanted to kind of flip through and just kind of give you guys, you know, an idea of the physical build of the book itself. Because it is fantastic. And even this one, though it doesn't have the ribbon bookmark, it does have the little sewn in top and bottom on the binding. So again, fantastic build quality, fantastic cover art, awesome books, right? What I want to talk to you guys about, though, is virtual tabletop. In my case, I'm a Foundry guy, so I want to talk about Foundry VTT. A couple weeks ago, I did a video on how you can use Foundry VTT to manage your campaigns. And I felt like this was a great product to kind of expand on that idea. Kobold Press has a lot of stuff out on Roll20 and on Shard, and they're both fantastic platforms, and if that's your thing, cool. I like Foundry because I can do so much more with it. It's a very versatile and very customizable virtual tabletop. And I use it now to manage my campaigns. I'm working on a Kobold Press or a Midgard campaign right now, and entering stuff in from other books and connecting everything and linking everything to make my games go smoother. So I practice what I preach when it comes to this Foundry VTT as a campaign management tool. And Kobold Press has released a few products now on Foundry. They don't have as much as I wish they had out yet, but hopefully it's coming, right? So we've got Toma Beast is out, Layers is out. I think, Toma Beast Layers is out. Prepared 1, Prepared 2. Toma Heroes came out recently, which definitely worth buying. I will do that. That's a whole nother video. I'm going to do a video on that one. Maybe next week we'll cover that one, but fantastic product. And Creature Codex just came out. In fact, I personally did the conversion on that for Kobold Press. So they are working on getting more of their products out. But with the products I just mentioned, they have a lot of use in virtual tabletop, right? Having Toma Heroes with all your classes and races. Yeah, I want that in there. Toma Beast and Creature Codex, having my monsters ready to go, absolutely. You know, even prepared, having some small adventures that I can bust out and throw into a campaign. Heck yes, that's awesome. But what about Book of Ebon Tides? This is a setting book. This is not an adventure book. Now, Tales from the Shadow, which we will look at as well, that is an adventure book, and we'll take a look and I'll show you a couple examples from that and how cool it is, because it is cool. But Book of Ebon Tides, it's a setting book. So why do I need this in Foundry? And, is this something that's worth having, right? If Kobold Press decided they wanted to put the Midgard World book in Foundry, is that worth it? Why not just use the PDF? Well, in my opinion, it is very, very worth it. And if Kobold Press decides not to do this stuff, not to put books like the World Book in, I'm going to do it myself because I will use it. I'm running a game, right? I'm going to use a real life example here. So I'm running a game out of Streets of Zobek. It's called Everyone Lies. It's a level 1 adventure by Ben McFarlane. Fantastic adventure. Check it out. It's a great starting adventure in the city of Zobek. If you're looking to where do I start my Midgard campaign, Everyone Lies is it. And it talks about a lot of stuff. It talks about the Cloven Nine and the Spyglass Guild, the Cartways of Zobek, and the Black Market, and all these individuals. So what do? Well, Streets of Zobek has some good information on the locations like the Black Market and the Strauss Bathhouse and all these cool locations that you go. So, I went in the book and I put it all in Foundry and I said, okay, well, here's the Strauss Bathhouse, and I linked it whenever in the story it called for it so I can get to it, read up on it, things like that. If my players want to know who a certain person is, I can click on them. Not everything, though, is in that book. Some of it is in the Zobek Gazetteer. So I go over there and I grab stuff on the Cloven Nine and the Spyglass Guild, and I enter that into Foundry, and I can link it. So obviously that's a lot of work on my end, but I do it because I love it. So having something like this already prepared, already out there, and when someone goes, like we're looking here right now. In fact, let me pull it up. I'm gonna pull up my screen here. So here we are. We're looking at this this stuff right now. And this is the first chapter. But let's look real quick. Just let's say I want to know about magic in the Shadow Realm, right? And a player asks, well, we're going to the Shadow Realm. Is there any special magic stuff I can get there? Well, I can pull that up real quick. I can link to it, and I've got information about the powers and things like that there, GM notes, spell descriptions, all the new spells are here, as well as if I pull it up here under Book of Ebon Tides, here's all the spells ready to go. I can drag and drop onto a character sheet. So having this at the tip of my fingers and ready to use, from an information standpoint, I find extremely, extremely useful. Going back over into here, let's see here, the umbrella, people and heroes. So again, let's say I have a thing that says you see a shadow goblin. I'm running an adventure. It says you see a shadow goblin. What's a shadow goblin? Well, I can grab this right here and drag and drop this onto another entry of my own, and have it so that I click it. It opens up the thing on shadow goblins, and I can read up on them. So having this information at the tip of my fingers and being able to start to link these different things is so useful. when it comes to running a game on virtual tabletop and even in person, to me, one of the things that's most important is being prepared, having the information easily accessible, not having to maybe open a book and start flipping through and looking for something, because it slows down the game. As soon as I do that, my players are on their phones or doing something or side chatting, and it's hard to get everyone back. So I like to try and interlink all of these things and be able to just click on them and pull them up really, really easily. And the more that Kobold Press puts in, the more of that I'm going to be able to do easily, and so would you. So if you are a Kobold Press fan, if you are a Foundry user, I would highly recommend looking into picking these products up. Personally, if I could only afford the Foundry version or the PDF, I'll take the Foundry version because it's just more useful. It's easier to navigate around. It's easier to find stuff. I mean, here's all my chapters on the side. Oh, monsters, no problem. I'll pull that up. Oh, Keeper of the Hounds. Here it is with a full stat block. And then obviously I can pull up over here too and just come in and say, Keeper of the Hounds, here it is, and have it up and ready to go. It's got its token art. It got all its features. It's got its biography. If it has spells, they're going to be in here, ready to go. Roll tables, yeah, no problem. I pull up the roll tables and whatever I need. An encounter on the road for a CR1 through 4 adventure. Here it is. I can just roll on it, and I have my results. And here they are. It's got Monster Sea, Creature Codex, the Mandrake, and if I wanted to now, since I own this, I can come into this table and link directly to the monster and, offer Creature Codex and pull it in, drag and drop it onto my screen. So I think that in general, having these products, these campaign setting products on your virtual tabletop is going to be immensely useful for you as a dungeon master to reference material quickly and efficiently and have it all at your fingertips without having to flip through books or PDFs or something like that. So I highly recommend checking this out. I think they did a fantastic job. Let's look through a few things on here. So obviously, this is all done in Foundry version 10, so you see the sidebar with all the information. Clicking on here, and lets us just scroll through the entire chapter rather than just one page. So we can go through here and see everything in here, all nice and organized. So it's one entry per chapter, which is great, right? So chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, each of these are a single entry. And I think done very, very well. So we have some subclass stuff here. And, when we come in up here, we have class features. So if I want to do a Shadow Domain Priest, here's the abilities. I can drag and drop on my character sheet. They are ready to go. Who doesn't want that? So there is a lot more than just the lore aspect to it, but for me, the lore aspect is a huge selling point. Obviously we have monsters. We don't have scenes in this particular one, but we do have random tables. We've got racial features here for the Barefoot, the Lunar Elf, the Quick Step. All of our races are in here. We've got all of our magic items. So here's your apparel. Here's your armor. So everything's in here. Notice too with the armor, right? So we've got ebony beetle armor, and it's got it for each type of base armor that it can have it for: splint mail, scale mail, ring mail. So you don't have to edit it or anything. It's ready to go. Just drag and drop whichever one you want onto your character sheet or NPC sheet. So extremely, extremely useful. We have potions and scrolls, rings, rods, staves, weapons, all ready to go. Obviously, our journal entries and our roll tables here. So definitely check out the book Ebon Tides, especially check it out on Foundry VTT. You won't be sorry. And by the way, in case if you're new to this, how do I get all this on here? Well, you install your module out in the Foundry thing. When you come in, you enable the module, and then it'll show up as a compendium pack. So here are my adventure compendium packs right here. So I open this up, I click on here, and then all I do is I click on this import adventure, and all that stuff just showed up in my game automatically. So I can import this very easily into any one of my games. You can see there's 26 actors, 303 items, 14 journal entries, 27 roll tables, 42 folders, all part of this product. Let's look at Tales from the Shadow, because I have not imported anything from that yet. So let's grab one of these adventures and import it. Let's see here. What looks cool? Let's do Among the Shades and Shadows. That one sounds cool. So layer 15. So I'm going to click on this. It pops up. I click Import Adventure, and we're done. Now this background here, this actually is from Book of Ebon Tides. The Tales of the Shadow. I imported this one earlier. So they show you all the tokens needed, all the monsters needed for each of the adventures. So we're going to be doing this one. It only has 5. So now if I come into my scenes, here we go, Among the Shadows. So we can go ahead and view this scene. And here it is, ready to go. You can see our dynamic lighting. If there's any lighting options in here, they're going to be ready. Our tokens are already on the screen, ready to go, move around, vision, everything all set up. They seem to be hidden right now for probably a story reason, but easy enough to do. Now, if we go to our journal here, let's close that, and we have layer 11, Among the Shadows, and here is the adventure. Look at that. They did the font, the purple text for it and everything. Looks really good. They kind of stuck more with the style of the book on this one. And I think one thing that talking with the guys from Kobold Press, as they move forward, they're going to do more of a style guide to kind of make their products, consistent in their styles. As you'll notice, like Ebon Tides is a little different than the Book of Shadows, or the Tales from the Shadows, because 2 different people did these conversions, and they have probably slightly different styles. Personally, I like this style. This is how I do mine now, where I try to take styles from the book and show them off in Foundry. I think it offers a nice level of consistency. So you can see here, though, we can just go through this adventure. Stuff is bolded. DC 15 Wisdom Perception check, in purple, stands out nice. So everything is here to run this adventure. Art, sure. I want to show this to my players, not a problem. Just click this, and I click Show Players, and they'll be able to see it. So you can link this art from right in the journal entries now and show it to your players, which is awesome. You can have handouts. If you do separate journal entries, you can give your players permission to be able to open those and view those whenever they want. So if there is an adventure with handouts, that's totally a thing as well. I believe this had a second scene. Let's take a look at it. So view scene. Yeah, so here's another one. So this looks like a nice short adventure, but 2 scenes, a few journal entries. There might be, there could be like some special tables or something for it. Yeah, Life of the Shadow Realm encounters. So we might actually have some extra tables or something. Nope, there's not. Those are my tables from something else. So yeah, pretty cool. I would definitely recommend both of these products. Like I said, Foundry is a great product. Foundry is an awesome VTT. Kobold Press is decided to invest the money into these, and if these do well, more will happen. So if you want to see things like Deep Magic or the Midgard World book, or the Zobek books or something like that coming to Foundry, support products like these. When Kobold Press does their Kickstarters, if they've got a virtual tabletop option, back those. Showing support for these products will bring you more products. And I know that's kind of the rub right now, right? I want to get it in Foundry, but they have more stuff available on this platform, or they don't have everything I want yet. But it's yet. They don't have it all yet. So by supporting it, more will come out. So back it, support it, buy it, use it. If you have questions on like how you can better utilize these products and interlink them together, hit me up. Drop a comment, man. I'm happy to help. It's something I do a lot of, for my own games. So maybe one of these days, as my campaign kind of kicks off, I'll show you some of the stuff that I did for my own games, products that are not out in Foundry, that I entered stuff in myself, and how I utilize the existing products with the stuff I'm putting in myself. Both the Book of Ebon Tides and Tales from the Shadow, awesome books. Check them both out. Go to koboldpress.com. I'll put a link down below where you can go and pick up either the books, or better yet, the Foundry products or the PDFs, whichever you prefer. But definitely think you should check out the Foundry stuff. So that's it for today, guys. And until next time, roll those dice.